Hey, what's going on, guys? Chat Dude Guy here. I'm just gonna do a little quick analysis of the leaderboards on Rucoy Online, and what I think, who I think is gonna be number one next on the leaderboards and everything. First, we'll start off with the experience leaderboards. We have Louis and SND and SNG Jigsaw here, and Zerik. You could see any of these three right here rise to the top eventually. Who do I think will rise? I think eventually SND Jigsaw may pass Domoto too, because the account's just better because it has better offense, right? So it can kill faster. So we may see that be the next one. Showland over here, interesting enough, seems like they're trying to get up here too, so they may be one of the next ones. I don't know how these guys grind. I haven't watched them too much, so I don't know if they could catch Louis. I mean, it's just a share game at this point anyway, so it'll be interesting to see, because we never had a South American player that had number one in experience. So if one of these guys get it, that's awesome. You're representing your continent and everything. So yeah, that's cool. Now moving on to Melee. We have Louis, SNG Jigsaw, KR for Shiro, and Zerik. I predict again that KR for Shiro will be number one eventually. Maybe Zerik will pass him one day. We'll see. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. It's hard to tell who's gonna pass who because these guys are like neck and neck. But I definitely think that KR for Shiro is gonna make it to number one eventually, if Louis ever slows down, and without a doubt he's gonna pass SND Jigsaw. I've already seen, just the fact that Louis was able to catch up to SND Jigsaw is just pure evidence that he's gonna get past more and more people. I don't know what he does when he's sharing, but apparently he's not power training enough, so he's definitely gonna get passed by these other guys that are really trying hard, even though they're sharing. They're trying really hard to pass each other. Alright, moving on to the distance leaderboard. So we got NGS Bang number 2, Ryu at number 1, and TO over here. So I think that NGS Bang is going to probably pass Ryu eventually. I think this is like a 24-hour account. These guys are American too, so it's been a long time since we've seen Americans in the leaderboards. A long time. The last time the only one I ever knew was I wasn't ever on the leaderboard because there was no leaderboard for the highest level when I was playing Rucoy Online, so it was just, I had to tell everybody I was the highest level because I was higher than Dead Flag, and I got pictures and stuff to prove it. But beside the point, I don't want to get off topic too much. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that there hasn't been a player in America in the top on the leaderboard for years. Topping anything, so this is awesome. I think I don't know these guys personally, so I don't have a strong opinion about them. But I think it's cool. Finally, American players are getting on here and getting competitive, and to getting close to the number one positions. I predicted NGS Bang is probably going to take the number one position, and TO may catch up too, eventually. We'll see. There's some other people down there as well, but don't really know if they'll be able to catch up. They're kind of far away, and it doesn't look like they're online right now, so that tells me a lot, if you come here and search and you see somebody always online and this one's not online, then you kind of realize that, yeah, that version is eventually going to get passed. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one, which is Magic. Magic is super competitive. It's always been since the leaderboard came out. The top 3 has always been trying to outsweat the other. Heck, Eternal Death, what did he have it for 2 years? He had a 24-hour account. That was crazy. That's kind of when all the sharing began, after everybody saw what he did, But anyway, so we have Mana Pod BGJL, and we got Dirty slot here. Now, I think that Dirty's probably going to pass Mana eventually, just because I think that counts pretty much 24 hours, and is also a next generation soldier, just like NGS Bang was. And they're like, I think, hardcore sharers or something. The reason why I said that, because when I went to their guild, as you can see, Conquerors of NA3, guild forged by family bonds, together we can accomplish anything. So these guys are really probably into the sharing, definitely, and I think eventually they're going to take the #1 magic position. As far as anybody else, I don't know, we'll see. They're very far behind, so it's really hard to tell. 500 skills move very slow. I will say this, Dirty is probably, I don't even know, maybe months away from Mana, because that is a big gap actually. 10 skills, it is a big gap. But I still think that Dirty eventually will pass him if Mana doesn't, obviously if he doesn't keep the momentum and keep playing hard and power training and so forth. But we'll see, you know, because like I said, this is a big gap. But I think that I think Dirty will eventually make that gap smaller and smaller as time goes on. So we'll go on to the last skill, which is defense. What I think will happen here is, well, it's pretty much going to be, if Ricardo releases a stamina system, this is going to be pretty much frozen. Nobody's going to be able to pass anybody, because sharers won't be able to outgrind the #1 defense as long as he plays every day for 12 hours or whatever. Yeah, so what will happen here, not really sure. Mana and SND Jigsaw, I guess they'll keep their position, or Louis. It could go either way, I guess. We'll see. It's kind of hard to tell since that cap's coming for the stamina system to prevent sharers from playing the game. So that's going to be interesting to see. It's definitely going to slow down people's progress in the game a lot, for sure. I mean, like for instance, you know, you can share an account 24-hour and power train it or level it, and you can get really far gains doing that, but the stamina will put a cap to that. So it's going to slow the game down even more, even though we already have these high skills which take forever. So it's going to take forever to get to, like, for instance, 1,000 defense or 1,000 melee. I don't even know yet if we're going to be able to see that. I hope so. I hope Ricardo doesn't make the skills too ridiculous so we never see that in our entire life. But we'll see what happens from here. Another little thing I wanted to tell you, even though Mana has the most defense, actually Louis does. If you were to take mobs and they were both switched to night class, Louis would take less damage because of his level. His level's 710, and Mana's is 585. So he has like what? This is like that's over 125 levels right there. So that's kind of crazy. The bonus points that he gets from having the level that high, or the defense that he gets, makes him way surpass the pure defense of Mana and SNG Jigsaw here. So yeah, now the SNG Jigsaw is 694. So I guess in actuality, the SNG Jigsaw has the best defense, but it's like it's like he has the best defense, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. So SNG Jigsaw has the highest defense, and Louis is second in that, and then Mana is obviously somewhere in there with Zenus. Zenus is 639, level 639. So yeah, somewhere in there, they're all lumped together. But SNG Jigsaw has the best by percentage of defense, for sure, because of his level being so close to Louis and everything. I think he surpasses him by a few. It's like 6 levels higher. His just regular pure defense. So yeah, but the prediction here is basically, I don't know what's going to happen when the stamina system comes out. I think this is going to be frozen forever, unless Ricardo thinks it's something else. So guys, this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you liked it. I'm not going to be doing this too often because this is not something you do often, because, well, for one thing, these leaderboards aren't going to be changing anytime soon. It's going to be a long time before these leaderboards change a lot. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this, like, I don't know, maybe every 4 or 5 months, but I just wanted to make a video about it and just express my opinions on who I think is going to rise to the top and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, later dudes.